Weekend 3. Well, actually it's weekend 4, but I did not videotape the first weekend. We are heading back to zone 17 to see if we can tag Owen out. Also looking to tag me out, but if he can tag out a doe, then we are free and clear to go up north. It's a bit rainy today, so I don't know how much film we're going to get. Might not get any, honestly. I'm going to try my best to get as much film as possible. It's 5:16 in the morning, and we're heading out. Last weekend, Pete tagged a doe, Owen tagged a buck, and it was a pretty eventful weekend. Hopefully we can have the same luck this weekend, even with the amount of rain that we're supposed to get. Back over in the beginning of the swamp that we're in last weekend. I'm going to try to stay on the side that we got all the sign on and not mess with that way over there. I'm going to stay over in this area. Owen Boardman's with me too, so Owen's going to walk this piece with me. How wet is it out here?
It's fucking wet. Like dripping.
Everything is soaked.
I couldn't see if it had antlers.
Did it walk off or run off?
It ran off. I think it saw it. It was looking our way.
You don't know if that antlers.
Well, there was a little one with it, and I couldn't tell if that was a doe and a buck combo, or if it was a doe and a lamb.
It's probably that doe and lamb you saw last weekend.
I couldn't tell.
We just called. Owen thinks he sees something in the distance. What do you see, buddy?
It's hard to tell.
Only one that's seen one so far. Well, he saw two. I haven't seen anything. Owen's over there, actually. We're making our way out very slowly right now. We're by the block that I was originally by last weekend. So let's go see if we can bump one on the way out. What happened?
We got skunked.
Got skunked?
Unless we shoot one in the next few minutes. Yeah, wet and soggy. In action though. So that doe. Or, wow, wasn't identified. Thought it was a doe and it could have had a lamb with it, or it was a
Really
a
big
buck
squirrel.
with a doe behind it. Hard to tell, but I'd rather not just pile holes in a deer and not know what it is, or take a bad shot.
Owen's double thinking his day.
Nope, no comment. That wasn't a partridge I jumped earlier.
It was a big old fucking deer.
No, it was a herd of squirrels.
I'm going out again.
There's a field right up here.
Owen just jumped a doe and just couldn't pull up in time. This is hard hunting today. I think they're all bedded down. We haven't really had much action. We're heading back to the house now. Okay, so a little bit of recap of what happened today because there wasn't much film. It was so wet to the point where it was extremely difficult to get my phone out at any given point. So that's why there wasn't much film. Owen got a glimpse of a good-sized doe and a smaller doe. I didn't see it at all. I started recording when he pulled the gun up, hoping that he was going to get a chance to fire and we would get some video on it. It was just a quick glimpse, and then that's pretty much it. There wasn't much going on out there for a new sign. Came back, had some lunch, went out back to the same side of the road, but a different piece of the property that Owen shot his buck in to try to fill his doe tag up. And he jumped a doe at the very last moment. He probably had like 3 or 4 minutes of shooting light left. Couldn't get her to stop. She's on a dead run. Tried to make a couple noises to get her to slow down or stop or look or anything. She didn't. She kept going. Pretty much a day of getting skunked. I mean, it happens. It is what it is. This is hunting. This is what we signed up to do. I'm going back out tomorrow. I'm going to go home and dry off the clothes. I'm hoping that it's going to snow tomorrow. It's supposed to snow up towards Canadian border area, so I'm hoping that's the case. Who knows? The weather changes 1,700 times before the weather actually happens, so who knows? So I'm going to get up around like 3:30 tomorrow morning and check the weather and go from there. I'll end up calling Owen up and then we'll meet up somewhere up north and ride up together and hopefully can track some deer in the snow. So, keep you updated on that for tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to head up north to a gas station. Wait to hear back if it's snowing on the Canadian border, and if it is, head up that way. It's so great. Look what I found!
Ah, it's the white stuff. The reptile people are in hibernation now. It's too cold for them.
Good thing.
It's gonna be a good day. It's a good day to have a good day.
It's a good day to have a good day. Me and Owen just saw a friggin' 30-point buck. We shot it at 10,000 yards away.
Yeah.
With a piece.
It was a Peep Sight 22 long rifle.
Go track a deer.
We're going up.
So cool. I want to see if I can zoom in. Are you sure? Oh yeah, oh it is a cow. That's cool. That's cool.
has two moves. We just didn't see the second one.
That's cool.
Judging by its tracks.
That's sweet. We think something crossed into this path because all the snow's off the trees except for the top pieces. But there's no tracks because the snow buried whatever's in here. Owen's looking for something right now. Owen's taking a video. We just descended probably 150 feet in elevation in a very short amount of time. We're coming down to this pond that has a bog in it. Oh, she's steep.
You'd be surprised there was moose shit up 40 feet above us.
Yeah, and we dropped, like I said, 150 feet in elevation, probably 100 feet. Fucking pond in the middle of nowhere.
You get out here and you definitely see the wind, and now it's ripping. Wasn't bad in the woods.
So, it's about 12:15. Nothing yet. We just bumped in our first drag. Our first drag of the day, but unfortunately, it's an older drag. It's from this morning when the snow first started. So, Owen's making his way over this way, and then we're gonna head it back towards the truck. We got about 4 hours or so to get back to the truck, and it took about 3.5 to get into here. So an update, buddy.
Yeah, it's no deer. Snow and cold and thick woods.
Coyotes.
Yeah, one coyote drag from like 5 hours ago.
Yeah. Just got back to the truck. Looking good.
I think if you,
Wow.
if you could creep over here and stay on the beam.
I'll put my tire on the other one.
Is there?
There's a
I
3.
don't know if there's another beam. There's two beams over. There's one there, one here.
Jeez,
Well, it could just be this one timber is wrong, you know?
Okay, so we are back at home base. Again, a recap of what happened. We went in there. We went all the way almost to the Canadian border. The whole Canadian border was getting pounded with hunters. We had to come back down to where we came from, a little bit down the road, to find an area that wasn't getting pounded by hunters. Unfortunately, the deer were getting pressured extremely hard with the first snowfall of the year, with trackers and all and stuff. People doing the same thing that we were doing. Unfortunately, I made a mistake by going very high in elevation where there was a lot of rocks. There wasn't a lot of sign, and then when we dipped down to come down into elevation into the hardwoods, it was too late. We were crossing tracks that were too old. The continue walking on that late in the day. So we're supposed to get the same amount of snow next weekend also. So that's gonna help. Hopefully we can tag one out on last weekend or last day, either or. It's also Thanksgiving week, so I'm gonna have some more time. I'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday too, to try to fill a tag. Hopefully that gives us enough time to possibly tag out or at least see something cool that week. We didn't see a single thing. Well, I didn't see a single thing. Owen saw the 2 in the morning on Friday, and then one late afternoon on Friday, and then we didn't see a friggin' thing other than that moose and that partridge. Another struggle that I was kind of dealing with when we're out there is, unfortunately, my boots got completely waterlogged. I run fully waterproof boots, and I'm not sure yet if the boots failed or if I just stepped over the boot line. I'm pretty sure I stepped over the boot line because those boots are pretty well engineered and they've been great boots so far, and Owen uses the same boots and a couple other people swear by those boots. I think I'm the one that made the error, so that was another thing that we were struggling with. That's why I was kind of trying to push to the truck at the end of the day, even though we still had a couple hours left. My feet were soaked, they were starting to get cold, and I don't mess around with that. So we'll see you next week when we go back out. Thank you for watching.